Imagine stepping into a place so strange and unsettling that it blurs the line between folklore, horror, and reality. A small, swampy island near Mexico City filled with hundreds, possibly thousands, of dolls hanging from trees and decaying structures. Many are broken, weathered, or missing eyes, their plastic faces frozen in distorted expressions. This is the Island of the Dolls, or La Isla de las Muñecas, a place that draws tourists, paranormal enthusiasts, and curious travelers for one haunting reason. The island sits within the Xochimilco canals, a historic network of waterways south of Mexico City. Xochimilco is known for floating gardens, colorful trajinera boats, music, and celebration. On the surface, it feels lively and joyful, but drift away from the crowded canals, past the vendors and laughter, and the atmosphere changes. You reach a narrow waterway where the sounds soften, the trees grow closer, and an island appears frozen in another reality. Here, dolls hang from every branch, fence, and rotting shack. Their eyes stare outward, limbs twisted, clothes shredded by decades of sun, rain, and neglect. The legend of the island centers on one man, Don Julián Santana Barrera. According to local stories, Julian lived alone on the island for decades. During the mid-20th century, he was a recluse who avoided society and devoted his life to the land and canal. One day, folklore says, he discovered the body of a young girl who had drowned nearby. Whether the event truly happened or grew through retelling is unclear, but the story left a permanent mark. Julian believed the girl's spirit lingered, restless and watching. Soon after, he began collecting dolls from the canals and trash heaps. He hung them throughout the island as offerings, protection, or guardians meant to appease the spirit. Over time, the collection grew. Years turned into decades. The dolls multiplied, covering nearly every visible surface. Some were placed carefully, others tied hastily with string or wire. By the time Julian died in 2001, the island had become a dense forest of hollow eyes and plastic faces. His obsession became his legacy, and the dolls remained long after he was gone. Visitors often describe an intense feeling of being watched. The dolls are not scattered randomly. Many hang at eye level, positioned as if observing anyone who walks by. As people explore the island, the unease tends to grow. The sounds of water, birds, and wind are punctuated by the soft creaking of plastic bodies rubbing against bark. Some visitors report sudden chills or dizziness. Others describe a persistent sensation of being followed. One popular account tells of a man who felt compelled to look over his shoulder every few seconds, convinced a doll was inching closer. Another describes locking eyes with a doll and feeling watched long after turning away. Paranormal claims have only deepened the island's reputation. Some believe the island is haunted by the spirit of the drowned girl. Others claim the dolls themselves have become vessels for spirits. Visitors report hearing faint crying, footsteps, or murmurs when no one else is present. Photographs sometimes show strange light anomalies or shadowy figures among the trees. Paranormal investigators frequently arrive with audio recorders, EMF detectors, and infrared cameras. While no evidence is ever conclusive, the consistency of stories from independent visitors keeps the legends alive. Beyond the supernatural, the island reflects something deeply human. It is a physical expression of isolation, grief, and obsession. As the dolls decayed, their cracked faces and missing limbs mirrored the passage of time. Despite its dark history, the island has become a popular destination. Tourists travel by trajinera through narrow canals shaded by mangroves and willow trees. The journey itself feels ceremonial, like crossing into another space. Once there, visitors take photographs of dolls bathed in sunlight or shadow, framed by dense vegetation. Some leave behind their own dolls, believing it shows respect or helps calm the spirits. Each edition feeds the cycle, expanding the legend further. Certain mysteries remain difficult to explain. Dolls are reported to appear or disappear overnight. Limbs and clothing are found repositioned without clear human involvement. Even long-time visitors claim the dolls' eyes seem to follow them. Many locals refuse to approach the island after dark, insisting the atmosphere changes at night. They describe an oppressive energy that settles over the canal once the sun disappears. Skeptics argue that environment explains everything. The dense foliage creates unpredictable shadows. Wind animates hanging objects. Water reflects light in disorienting ways. Together, these elements can make still objects appear alive. Yet even skeptics often admit the island leaves a lasting impression unlike anywhere else. One of the most unsettling aspects remains Julián himself. He lived alone on the island for decades, dedicating his life to maintaining the dolls. His identity became inseparable from the environment he created. After his death, the island felt frozen in time, as if waiting. Some say his presence still lingers, watching over the dolls he once tended. Today, the Island of the Dolls exists as both a tourist attraction and a cautionary symbol. It is a place where beauty and decay coexist, where grief takes physical form, and where the boundary between the living and the inanimate feels disturbingly thin. Guided tours allow visitors to explore safely, but few leave unchanged. The forested canals, the hanging dolls, and the silence between sounds create an experience that lingers long after departure. So what is the truth behind the Island of the Dolls? Is it haunted by restless spirits? Are the dolls alive, in some sense, watching and waiting? Or is it a powerful psychological space shaped by isolation, decay, and belief? Perhaps it is all of these things at once. The island is real. The dolls are real. And the feeling of unease is shared by countless visitors. Whether you see it as folklore, horror, or art, the Island of the Dolls continues to challenge how we understand fear and reality. If this journey into one of the world's strangest places fascinated you, like the video so more people can explore stories where legend and truth collide. Subscribe for more deep dives into unsettling locations across the world, and share this with someone who loves mysteries that linger long after the story ends. Some places are stranger than fiction, and the truth is always worth uncovering.